Hey, this is Faizan from Property Network Real Estate. Today we are going to talk about the upcoming new projects in January 2025. We have with us Mr. Asim from Property Network. Hi, Mr. Asim. How are you?
I am good. How about you?
Very well. How are you? How's
Well,
everything?
well, all good, all good.
What are the upcoming launches that you see in the first quarter of this year?
Well, when we should start with Dubai Holding. Nakheel, particularly, they're coming up with the last two fronts of Palm Jebel Ali, E and F. They have sold out the remaining fronts itself. After the fronts, they'll be coming up with the waterfront apartments as well. There's a lot of development going on in Palm Jebel Ali. So that's one of the focus of the investors. They're looking into it closely as for the future. We are expecting a good growth over there in regards to when it comes to for investments. Moving out from there, we have Dubai Island also. We have Bay Grove. We have seen in December last year, there was launch and it was sold out on the launch itself. There's another phase of Bay Grove that's going to come up. It's a waterfront apartments. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms, penthouses as well, all overlooking the sea and with the beach access. It's one of the finest development that they have come up with. And price per square foot in the Bay Grove is the most reasonable then compared to anywhere else in waterfront than Dubai. We're also expecting one of the buildings or one of the launches coming up in Emaar. This is going to be high-end quality. Emaar, of course, people have invested back in and seen the growth over there. They have made a lot of appreciation over there. Now, when they're coming up with these towers, they are expecting the same. Jumeirah 1 is very well known. It's a heart of Dubai itself. You know, back in days, if there was anything, there was only Jumeirah. So now they're coming out with freehold residential apartments one more time. Emaar was launched was one of the first projects in Jumeirah 1 where you could buy freehold. So now this is going to be another launch and another success for Meraas itself. When it comes to Emaar is coming up with launches in Expo City. There's one of the towers coming up over there. Then you have in Emaar South itself, one of the buildings coming up. When it comes to Ready Community, Dubai Hills Estates, they have one of the launches coming up over there as well, which is going to be, adding up a value towards the community itself. 90% community is done up, so anything that comes and launches over there, it has its own value towards it. Moving forward from there, the Valley, people have seen a lot of appreciation in recent times. There's nothing available for rentals over there. So whatever comes up, they rent out really quickly. So they have seen that the demand is there. So they're coming up with the launch of townhouses over there. They have recently launched Farm Grove as well, which are independent villas and semi-detached villas as well. So Emaar is mixed up with the apartments and townhouses itself. So that's the first quarter of what we say in January we are looking at. Where most of the launch is going to happen between Dubai Holding and Emaar, and these are the main developers and investors really keen to know what exactly coming up with these developers. Yeah, that's all about it.
Good. So we see approximately 6 to 7 launches within the month of January 2025. Okay, great. So we have seen a huge capital appreciation in 2024. What do you expect to have in 2025?
We expect nothing less actually. We have seen market to grow and move towards a very promising another year now in 2025. Why is that? Because a lot of international buyers, they have more faith in it. There's a lot of happening around the world itself, and people are moving towards Dubai for good. Before it used to be only investments, and whenever they wanted to, they take out their investments. Now it's a completely different story. They are moving for good. We have seen the growth in terms of people opening up their businesses, schools, they're getting filled up. We have seen more traffic now in Dubai itself. The investment is coming. It's just not investment. The people are moving into Dubai, and which makes Dubai even more promising for 2025. We are expecting more people to come in, and we expect the market to grow furthermore, at least 10 to 15% in first to second quarter.
Very good. So as we have read in the newspaper that 6,500 millionaires are expected to move in Dubai, considering this their second home. What do you think? What is preferred by them? Villas, apartments?
Villas are more recommended towards such kind of clientele. Secondly, high-end luxury properties. We have very less, you can say very minimum options available for such kind to cater such clients. So that's a lot of demand. So whenever something launches between 10 to 25 million, it so sells out because that's where the demand is. People who are multi-millionaires or millionaires, they're moving to Dubai and they are looking into such segments where we cover waterfront properties as well as properties such as located in Nadal Shiva Gardens, or you can say acres, different kind of developments, high-end properties over there. These are the properties where people, looking to invest and buy their home, second home in Dubai. And that's what's selling out. 5 to 6 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, these are selling out really quickly.
Okay, okay. Sounds good, sounds good. What do you see where the investors' focus is in the market? Which area is preferred by them?
See, we have very different kind of investors. We have investors who are looking into waterfront properties only. We have investors who are looking into townhouses only. We have investors who are keen to have apartments only. But overall, if you talk about anything that is launching at a very good price or a market price, per square foot rate is good, it sells out, does not matter where it's located, because everyone knows that whatever they're buying now will appreciate in the future, and that's why they are keen to know exactly. And the developers are launching in the prices as per the demand in the market. They're not going very sky high right now. So people who have missed out in 2024, they still have the opportunity to buy it right away in 2025 and still have the appreciation. Of course, not the appreciation who have already made in 2024, but they still have the opportunity to have something in the market and gain a good profit out of it. So overall, we have options from townhouses, apartments, villas, high-end apartments and high-end villas as well, such as Palm Jebel Ali, of course. More waterfront apartments coming up in Dubai. So people who are looking to invest, we would really advise them to look into it and go through the details, understand the plans, understand what Dubai is bringing, what is the plan of 2040, what is the plan of next 10 years, what is the plan of next 5 years or next 3 years itself. That's where they will make the difference, where they can grow up to and how much appreciation they can make in coming years.
Okay. So, Mr. Asim, my next question is, since you talked about the 2040 plan, how accurately do you think that Dubai is following up to realize their plan?
You see it when you drive down the roads. You drive down, you get to hear the news is from the government itself. Every time there's something upgrading, every time there's upgrading their systems, every time they're coming up with new details, new information in regards to the market, where they're enhancing their services, enhancing their portfolio itself also. So, and they're attracting a lot of international investors to come to Dubai and invest in it, in their plans and in their future plans as well. So that's where they look into it.
Good, good. So let me ask you this. What areas, so I'll divide my question in two parts. What area in Dubai do you think is hyped up, and which area do you think is undermined, has a lot of value but is not being spoken about in the market?
Well, undermine, I'll say Dubai Island. People think that it's located in Dera. You just take 5 minutes drive, you reach to Rashid, Mina Rashid itself, and then you 10 minutes to Jumeirah 1. So that's where the easy access is. Dubai Island itself has a lot of townhouses, have villas, apartments by Nakheel and everything. So they don't understand that the price per square foot over there, anything you compare in Dubai, or you can go up to Ras Al Khaimah as well, it's the cheapest or most reasonable as well. So this is where people are missing out. That's a very, very good investment when it compared to any other waterfront property in Dubai itself. So yeah, that's one place that they should look into it, and it's very undermined. But people who know the value of waterfront properties, they really invest over there to have that gain in next 2 to 3 years itself. It's low rise and full of community, gated parks, beach access, everything is there in the community, which is missing out in most of the communities when it comes to waterfront. They are waterfront, but they don't have the beach access. So, when you compare into it like that, it's completely a different story. Hyped up area. There's nothing called hyped up area in Dubai itself. When you go to downtown, there's its own value. You go to Palm Jumeirah, it has its own value. It has its own clientele and stuff. So I won't say that any area in Dubai that is hyped up, but yeah, everything has its own value towards it, and they have their own investor who like to invest in such kind of properties. So they go over there itself. So in my last, let's say, 10 years experience, I've not seen anything which is so hyped up and stuff. Yeah, market was hyped up back in days before COVID, but now it's all moving steadily, and they're doing really good. All the areas itself in Dubai.
Okay. What would you want to say about the investors who think that the prices are high right now in the market?
See, these are those kind of investors who hardly invested in the market, or who invested way back in prices in Dubai. I'll tell you one of the funny stories. When my father asked me to go and buy something, and he said, "Oh, it's tell him that it's 100 dirhams." Oh, no, it's 50 dirhams. That is why it's so high priced, because he compares it back in days where he used to buy it for 50 dirhams, and now it's 100 dirhams. So, but it is 100 dirhams. For us, it's not high price, but for those people who invested back in days, if you compare it from the back in days, yes, it's a high price. But if you compare it from current prices to other cities, top cities, or other top countries itself, we're on the third least number on the reasonable prices. So yeah, it is not high price, but I won't say that you should compare it, because what I was there back in days was different than what it is now. So if you compare today's market with different kind of cities and countries, and then you see the price per square foot rate, then you see the waterfront properties, what it sells in other cities and what it sells in Dubai, then you won't say it's a high price. It's a very reasonable price, and that's where the investor needs to understand that how to take this market ahead with their right information and right investment. For that, they need the right people to be on their side. There's a lot of brokers in the market who like to just say it's a good price, but it's until unless you justify it, it does not make sense to the investor. So you have to justify the prices, why it is there, and you need to know the market knowledge for that. Once you have the market knowledge and you provide the right knowledge to your investors, they'll definitely invest in it. You can change their mind towards it.
Very interesting. You're right. I would like to add to it that I've seen that the Dubai real estate prices doesn't go down. The reason being, whenever there is something happening globally, Dubai brings out something that attracts the world again back towards them. So it's very interesting that the prices doesn't seem to go down. What do you think that people talk about the price correction? How soon do you think there would be a price correction?
See, I'll tell you on your first part, yeah, prices here, they stay stable. There's a lot of reason to it. No tax. The security level is very high. The system over here, it's very, very well defined in terms of when it comes to the, overall taking care of the country itself. Then anything that happens globally, why people tend to move to Dubai is because of the security reasons. The UAE has provided that, that environment towards people around the world that they can be here and be secure. So that's one of the reasons why people really tend to move. Second reason is taxation. The tax over here at the property, when you buy property, there's zero tax. So any residential property you buy, you don't pay anything. So that's one of the things as well where people really get excited about. So whatever profit they make, even in a resale, when you make a profit, all profit belongs to you, and the government does not take any part in it. Where in other countries, in other cities, we have seen that you have to share or you have to pay the tax on the profit as well. So yeah, that's a huge difference when it comes for investments plans as well. So yeah, that's how it goes, and that's why Dubai has been always on the top whenever it comes to any crisis around the world, or whenever it comes to COVID also. Dubai was one of the safest cities to be in, and we were glad that we were here, and we lived that part, and we have gone through that part, and we have seen Dubai go back on their foot and then make it happen again, and they always do.
Great. What nationalities do you think would be inclined in 2025 to invest in Dubai?
Oh, all the nationalities. We cannot define or separate any nationality stuff. A lot of Europeans coming in, a lot of Asians coming in. So they are all mixed. They all come in Dubai. They all live together happily. In the same neighborhood, you have different nationalities living in it. They're very good neighbors to each other, and they respect each other's cultures and their religion as well. That's what Dubai has made everyone learn, that you can live together. There is no racism. There is no religious issues. There's no political issues or anything. We all live happily together. We are neighbors to different kind of nationalities and religion, and Dubai always welcome everyone, and that's the good part of Dubai as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khan, for your time and answering our questions in detail.
Oh, you're welcome.
Today we discussed about the upcoming projects that are being launched within 2025 and the trends that we see upcoming in the market. Stay tuned for the next episode that will be coming soon.